This 10-minute drawing exercise is the doorway of a church in Italy. We've actually drawn the top of this church peeking up in the background above some trees in a recent video that you might have noticed, with the central part and two towers on each side. But in this instance, we're just looking at this central columned doorway, not even looking at the flanking statues and the sections that they sit in, but just the actual doorway, the columns, and I think it's called a pierced pediment that sits on top of it. So a lot of detail, and even though it's a fairly limited part of the subject, going to have to move fairly briskly to get this done in the 10 minutes, and having to also really work at just finding lines to create the effect of the details of the decorative elements, the capitals and the carvings on that section around the top of the doorway. And there's a reasonable amount of detail in this, perhaps a little bit more than I anticipated when I started drawing. And I did get one slight mix-up on the left-hand side of the doorway, but where I would perhaps more commonly have started with one of the pilasters, either on the left or the right-hand side, I decided in this case to actually start with the central doorway section. Now it's a little bit trickier because it is pierced. There's no clear horizontal line, unbroken horizontal line. There's both broken elements and elements over the top. So it means we have to be a little bit lighter and looser with the marks that we make. And because it is symmetrical, we also need to do it in a way that we capture that symmetry. But we're also looking at this from an angle. And so on the left-hand side of what we see, we're actually going to see different things to on the right-hand side, because we're going to see the depth elements on the inward-facing parts of the doorway on the left-hand side, but not on the right-hand side. We're going to see the outside-facing elements on the right-hand side, if that all makes sense. And also with foreshortening, the elements are going to get narrower as they move to the left. So all of that just means we're going to have to keep our wits about us, even though we're not trying to labor what we're doing. So at the start, I'm just really trying to get the framework done. I'm not going to get bogged down drawing details till I've managed to work out best I can these pilasters and so forth. So I'm now actually trying to position the doors, and I decided to go with these two darker panels. Now I'm not sure whether these are smaller doors set into two very large doors, which is often done in these sorts of buildings just to make it easier to get in and out if there's just one person, or if it's simply part of the paneling of larger doors. But whichever way it goes, it was a handy way of establishing a large part of this section to help me then judge what I was going to fit into the rest. And trying to fairly lightly and quickly do the other things, probably got perhaps a little bit too bogged down doing these upper elements. I feel like these were sort of glassed sections in various patterns, and I might have simplified that even somewhat at this stage, because really I think I'd have been better off using the time that I spent fussing with this to darken the whole doorway at the end with some hatching, which I didn't really do very heavily. There's a little bit now, and I do a little bit more later, but probably I just didn't spend enough time on that. I think it would have worked better as a finished sketch. But now I'm moving upwards to complete this decorative element here, and here I'm really trying to capture the effect, but I still need to see what's happening to do that adequately. but try and give the sense of the carvings rather than the exactness. Trying to spot the overall direction of the different decorative elements, and then simplified marks that somehow express some visual aspect of them. But again, allowing for the fact that this is angled away from me, and that's going to affect how it looks. Plus, there is a perspective angle. This is not front on. And so as we get higher, the horizontal lines angle down towards the left more as well. So with all of that, we're trying to keep our wits about us. I'm using a 0.1 Unipin pen, which at the moment I'm enjoying using. I've been using this for quite a few of these now, rather than the 0.2, which probably has been my go-to for a while. And I did get messed up with exactly where those pilasters flanking the doorway section on the left-hand side went. I took them down too far, and then I got a bit messed up trying to fit in the if you like, that grey platform stonework that the beige coloured building then sits on. So now though, I'm doing these pilasters, not yet aware that I've taken them to the wrong spot, I don't think, and working on the effect of the detail of the capitals. Just making a bad choice there. This is the 8th of this series, so if you're finding them interesting, then please hit the like button and let me know in the comments that you'd like some more of these 10-minute drawings. Took me a minute. I could tell that something wasn't quite right before I'd worked out exactly what it was with these squared off columns stuck onto the face of the building, which is what pilasters are, before I understood the problem. So of course, fortunately, I had the chance to put them in the right place on the right hand side of the doorway, which is something at least. Holding my pen quite some way back and keeping very loose line work seems to be my preferred style for this. Fast, brisk lines is a good way of keeping them straighter. If you have a problem getting your straight lines straight, ironically, doing them faster, not slower, is possibly an answer for you. It's certainly worth trying, particularly for relatively short lines. So we're getting pretty close here in a few ways, but I'm also going to just add a little bit of the pseudo entablature, the horizontal section that sits on top of the vertical columns, so to speak. Although the whole thing is decorative, of course, it's not structural at all. But I'll add these sections here and the slight protuberance of the sections above the pilasters as well. Again, in imitation of structurally engineered design that doesn't really exist. This is not pieces holding up the building, it's decoration on the walls. And I've done my little crown impediment too large, so now I'm trying to have to work out how I'll compromise the lines that go around it to smooth that enlargement over. But I'm sure I'm not the only person who's done something such as this. So a bit of a different subject from all the towers and turrets and spires that we've looked at in the last few of these. Something a little more down to earth, so to speak. But I hope it's still an interesting, different type of quick 10-minute drawing for you. And of course, if you wanted to, you could spend a little more time and you could add the sculptures in their niches on each side. And they would be great practice at developing a way of drawing these sorts of architectural sculptures without getting bogged down trying to do figure drawing, which is usually not very convincing for most of us in this sort of situation. And of course, you'll find a link to this reference photo on my community post page. So why not go to that link and have a go drawing this yourself? And now I'm just doing a few horizontal hatches to really just link the two columns together so that we separate them out from the pilasters. And they're also a different color as well. And now I'm just thinking, oh, I'll add a little more hatching here and there over the whole thing. And hopefully that will help us read what we're looking at. Because I did feel it was starting to look like a bit of a tangle of lines at this point. What do you think? G'day, I'm Stephen Travers. Look, another great little 10-minute drawing. This one, 12 minutes, I think it took me. But why not have a go and at least do part of it or do more of it if you want. But in the end, whether you draw it or not, make sure you have fun. And having said that, I'm still having fun just for a moment longer. And here are the last few bits. So why not give it a go? The link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye.